Can we beat Chimps mode using only beast handlers and nothing else? That's the challenge that we're going to attempt today, and let's just get this thing started. The last time that I did something like this was with the alchemists, and I think that's the only one that I've done with these kind of one tower only. It's not a one tower chimps, but it's like almost only one tower chimps type of thing. Let me just get this thing started, by the way. Let's just not talk that much. Let's just get the, I think, do we get the fish for this one? I don't even know how you start with one single beast handler, honestly. I've never done this. Maybe, can we get it like, oh, I think we have to have it like this. And then, oh, look at that thing. So I didn't know that the cooldown is shared between both of them. So is the fish going to be able to? No, let's get the dinosaur like that. Oh my god, this is the first round. We haven't even started. What is happening? Now, this is going to actually be a true one tower chimps challenge because, well, this time I'm only going to try and use the beast handlers and nothing else. And last time when we did it with the alchemist, I'm just going to get the horned owl, by the way. And the last time that we did it with the alchemist, we had Etienne as the hero for camo detection. But these guys, they do have only the bottom path as camo. So I think this is going to be a lot more doable. By the way, it's round 15. And so the idea is that I think that this one is, yeah, this one is definitely going to go to the bottom path. But I'm not sure how much I want to upgrade the middle path on this thing. Because the Pouakai, even though the tier 5 itself, the Pouakai is the least expensive out of all of these ones, it's still very expensive because of just how the beast handler works, because you need to have a bunch of tier 4s so that you are able to unlock the tier 5. So let's see if we need to do some micro over here, and I hope not, because we are oh my god, these pings are leaking. Maybe we do something like, yeah, we're gonna need to do something. Let's try and do it like this. I'm gonna get another beast handler actually, and I was gonna get this thing anyways, because when you merge up these birds, they share their range actually, so that's very important. And because they're sharing their range, I'm kind of paying attention to this thing, and because they're sharing their range, that means that the Pouakai that we're gonna get in a while, it is going to have a global range. So you actually want to do it like this, and there we go. That seems to have worked. A little bit of damage from this guy. Alright, so just got the Adasaurus, and I feel like we might want to move this guy like this. Now, it does 3 damage. Oh, am I gonna? No, that's fine. They sniped it. I was kind of worried about one of these guys, but they seem to have done a good job. So we have to keep moving this guy. I guess I'm just gonna have him here towards the start. It does 3 damage, by the way. So if we merge it up with this guy at the back, it's gonna go to 4 damage, I think. But then again, this is like, I just count these guys as another damage source, and I think that having more damage sources at this point in the game is more important than just having more damage in general. So let's keep it like this, and then as soon as these guys start moving more towards the yeah, I feel like now might be the time that we want to do this. And we need to get the cooldown back so that we can move it like this. This placement was actually kind of unironically good, because you can have it like this, and I didn't plan for that. I kind of wanted to get only this top portion. Okay, so we need to wait for the purples on this round, and then as soon as the purples are out of the dinosaur's range, we need to move it. But then I hope that that wasn't too late. Oh yes, thank you. Very good snipe by the owl. And then I hope that this is going to be, it's so close, man. These rounds are just so close. Oh yes, look at these owlets. They're just bringing balloons back, and oh yep, they absolutely have this thing. So I feel like because this owl is covering a huge portion of the map, what these beast handlers can do is they can move balloons back on the track. So if they catch, so if this one catches a balloon that's here, it's gonna move it back towards this point. So the balloon has to travel all the way around and get damaged again, and that's one of the benefits. But you can also play yourself by doing this, by the way. So keep that in mind. If we set this thing, the target, if we set it here, then it's gonna drag balloons from the bottom and it's gonna move them back. So you can kind of play yourself with this thing. I think it's time for us to get the Velociraptor. I know that this isn't the main one that we want to be upgrading. We're gonna go for I think I mentioned we're gonna go for the Pouakai, but yeah, we just have to get this down. And I feel like I want to get it like this, because now the range becomes, oh my god, that was a beautiful snipe. Yeah, these guys are gonna come in so clutch, it's gonna be insane. But we do need to get, I feel like we need to get the T-Rex at least. And then after we get the T-Rex, and now look at this thing. This is such a damage increase. It's actually insane. It's still missing attack speed, by the way, but the damage that it gets is just so crazy. Now one-shots almost everything. So I just wanted to see if this thing can one-shot rainbows. I know they one-shot zebras. Yes, it can. That's a lot of damage that this thing does. When you get the T-Rex 100% can one-shot ceramics, but does the Velociraptor one-shot ceramics? I mean, this is a lot of damage for a tier 3 tower, although we did pay a lot of money for it, so I guess that's kind of fair. But look at this thing now, round 36. So it's doing very well versus these group balloons. It just doesn't have enough attack speed. So yeah, look at this thing. So a huge portion of the rounds is just gonna leak. But I guess the good thing is that we have some towers at the back, so we can move it if we need to. But I'm just curious about how we're gonna deal with these camo balloons. So I think I'm gonna have to move it like that. Oh, are we gonna be fine? Do I get the eagle now? I think I will, actually. Let me just get one of these guys into the eagle and let's see how much of a difference it's gonna make. We also need extra damage for the camel balloons around 37, so I think that this was a good choice. So I'll just keep it like this. Okay, so it does not one-shot ceramics. That's the answer to a question that I had previously, but it's very close. I mean, it two-shots them, so that's almost like one-shotting them. But see, here's the problem. We're gonna have the Moab around 40, and we don't have that much damage going for us, so... I think that this thing can this thing carry ceramics? Yes, it can, but I think that it can only carry one ceramics, and then maybe the eagle can carry a couple of them. So as long as we pop the Moab, we should be able to move the ceramics back and then micro the dinosaur and then do the damage like that. But let's see how this is gonna work out. So we don't have a lot of Moab class damage, so it's gonna have to go like this and then move it like that. It looks like this thing is lacking a lot of damage. Okay, let's upgrade this thing to the second tier and let's merge it up to the dinosaur and let's make a stronger dinosaur. This is gonna be a beast power, 11 beast power, and let's see how much of a difference this is going to make. I think that it's scaled proportionally, so if you give it like +3, maybe it doesn't work like that anymore, but I was always thinking if you give it like +3 beast power, then it's gonna get +3 damage, but I don't think that's how it works. So though it's pretty expensive to give it +3 beast power, I'm gonna be honest. So we're gonna need this thing to pop in the range of the golden eagle so that it can move the ceramics back, but this is, oh, it actually popped, okay. So now you guys are getting the ceramics back. Oh yes, this thing is getting 3 back, and the owl is getting 1 back, and I think that's gonna be it. And we know that the dinosaur wasn't able to one-shot ceramics when it was at 8 beast power, but does it one-shot them now? No, it doesn't. It still doesn't. Actually, is this a little bit worse because previously it wasn't able to go through a ceramic layer, and now because it does but it doesn't fully pop it, it kind of leaves a lot of leftovers. So maybe this is a little bit worse. Maybe we need to look to just upgrading the T-Rex, honestly. Okay, now let's not look to have a repeat of the round 40 Moab and it just being that close. So if you get the golden eagle, you max merge it, then this thing is just going to be able to push Moab and hold back Moabs and destroy Moabs by itself. So let me just get one more. Actually, it's going to do a lot more damage to we're going to have a lot more damage to camel balloons, which is very important because it's only the bomb pad that sees camo with these guys. So I think I'm going to keep it like this, and then before round 50, it's the time that I think that I'm just going to merge up these guys. And now these, all 3 beast handlers, they seem to be covering the entire map. Maybe we can do something like towards the back, like one more over here, but I think that we're just generally going to be fine. So let's see how 2 golden eagles are going to do, man. These guys are way too fast for them. Oh no, these pink balloons are actually overwhelming them. So these are 2 tier 3s, and then we have 1 tier. Let me just hit review map for a second. This is an owl, and these guys are just losing to camel balloons, it seems like. I mean, let's see if 1 more golden eagle is gonna do the job. I don't want to merge them up yet. Yeah, it seems to be doing it because I feel like if I merge them up, then we're gonna have the damage instance problem, right? Because one of them is probably going to do enough damage, but it can just get overwhelmed in rounds like these. If you just send enough camel balloons, then it's just going to lose. Okay, so round 49, and the time has come for us to start merging up these birds. So let's make one of these guys a very strong giant eagle, which is going to be able to, it's 24 out of 24, and this thing is now able to move back Moabs. And look at this thing, look at how it works. It doesn't do that much damage, but it can kind of keep it in place. And if it can keep it in place long enough, then with the help of this dinosaur, they're just going to eat up all these Moab class balloons. Now, I am scared a little bit with these ceramic balloons, but we do need to buy 1 more. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Look at this thing. It's destroying ceramics. I don't want to jinx it though, because there are going to be different types of these camo balloons in the future. But yeah, let's just, we're fine for now, I think. And this is one of the things that I was worried about. We have a bunch of camo pinks, and is the golden eagle going to get overwhelmed is my question. So let me just keep moving. Oh my god, this is way too many for it, right? It's way too many stuff for it. Yeah, we might need another. Am I jinxing it? No, let's just, please don't worry about the Moabs. No, just pop the ceramics. There you go. Did I say the ceramics? I meant the camos. But it was focusing the wrong balloons. No, don't do that. We do need to be ready for one thing, because I'm not sure that this thing can pop camel lead balloons, actually. So we are gonna need to buy the T-Rex, I'm pretty sure, because the T-Rex ability can affect camel balloons, even though the T-Rex itself cannot see camel balloons. So that's a little bit of a, and it's gonna be useful for these DDT rounds later on, because we could just use the ability to stomp them and then just at least keep them in place and just buy enough space for the Pouakai to pop them, right? How do we want to do this? I mean, where are we clicking the ability? Maybe on this intersection, or nah, I'm just gonna do it like this. Oh my god, that was perfect timing. What? I mean, thankfully the range in this ability is insane, but okay, I didn't expect to get that thing first try, I'm gonna be honest. So let's just move the dinosaur back a little bit so we can pump. Yeah, this thing is just carrying them back. Where do you guys think you're going? Just go back where you came from. And also, rounds like 63 are not even going to be an issue, right? Because the T-Rex now can one-shot everything. So I think we're actually on a good track. And I think the next thing we should be focusing is just getting the Pouakai, right? So let's just start thinking about these next rounds. They're going to be fairly easy, I'm going to be honest, because there's nothing actually that difficult happening on between like round 65, I would say, up to 74. But we do need to take care of some other stuff. So first off, I want to cover the back of the map, actually. So I'm going to do it like this. This is going to be the last Golden Eagle, which... Oh wait, no, I'm short circuiting. What's happening? Oh, I cannot merge it because it's maxed out. But if I upgrade this thing to the Condor, then I'm gonna be, yeah, there we go. Then I'm gonna be able to merge it. I was like, what is happening? Why can't I merge this thing? But then I realized it was a max beast power. Okay, so now that we get this thing, we're gonna need 4 giant Condors. So we got 1, which is basically the upgrade that we have. And after we upgrade all 3 of these guys, that's when we're gonna unlock. That's when you unlock the ability to purchase the Pouakai, and then we have to save up money for it. So it's going to be a long process, but thankfully these next rounds are fairly easy. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get the giant condors into 2 of these guys, and then I'm going to see you guys in a second when we get the money for the other ones. And honestly, these rounds have been going so easy that I didn't have to do that many things. There was one round, I think it was 74, in which a lot of small ceramic balloons started coming out, and this thing wasn't able to handle them by himself. And that was a huge warning sign for what's about to come. And actually, I'm kind of referring rounds like 90 or 93 or 95 or maybe even 99 over there, because I think that those are going to be particularly difficult rounds. But for now, we are making a decent amount of money, and we do have the Pouakai unlocked, so 32,000, but round 79 makes a lot of money. So let's just watch what's going to happen with these camo ceramics that are coming out in 78. Is this thing going to be able to handle all of them by itself? And if not, we can just... Oh, it is. Oh, it's gonna handle them by itself because it's a max power. It's 64 out of 64, right? It does a lot of damage as well. Imagine making all of this progress as UMG, and then as soon as you pop, like, there's gonna be a giant bird. It's gonna pick you up, and then it's gonna put you right back where you started. Now, let's just make sure this thing pops. I want to save the ability, by the way, so I don't want to use it because 81 might be an interesting round, but this dinosaur is the only thing doing... Yes, exactly. So we popped it, and there you go. You guys go back where you came from. They went all the way to here. They almost made it out, guys. I mean, you gotta give it to them, but you know what? We got the bird bringing them back, so almost there, by the way. So if we beat this round, we are gonna have the money for the Pouakai. So let's just kind of try and be careful with this thing, because this is free play. This is round 81, and these ceramics, these mob class moves, are no joke anymore. Look at that thing, by the way. The dinosaur doesn't one-shot them anymore. Yeah, we're starting to leak actually on these rounds a little bit, so maybe I should be very careful with how I micro the dinosaur. We do have the ability, but again, if we take care of this round, we are gonna have the money. So we're kind of... Oh, actually, am I jinxing that? I think that this round makes a lot of money, right? Am I wrong about that one? Yeah, I mean, this round is starting to become a mess. This is absolutely becoming a little bit messy, but I hope that the dinosaur can defeat all these guys. Oh, it's leaking. So let's go like this. Let's stun everything. Oh my god, why did it do so much damage? What? I thought that it was just gonna stun them. I was thinking like this is closer to like a snowstorm in terms of this, just gonna stun and hold them in place. I didn't know he's gonna whack them so hard. Okay, I mean, you know what? That's completely fine by me. Let's get the Pouakai. Let's just get the tier 5 bird. And now look at the Pouakai. This thing has so much pierce, and actually when it pops the balloon, it only leaves 1 out of the 4 leftovers that it's supposed to spawn. So you pop a BFB, you pop a Moab, and the Moab is only going to spawn 1 ceramic. And that's basically what we're seeing right here. And that's why it's so strong. If you take a look at the pops, it just jumps from, you know, suddenly it goes from 290, 91, 93, 95, 97. Yeah, that's what the jumps mean. It means that whenever it pops a balloon, only 1 of the leftovers gets spawned. So that's a very strong one. And just look at this Pouakai bird go. I mean, that was around 87 and it evaporated in a second. Yes, but let's be very careful about rounds like the 90s. Even though this Pouakai is amazing, look at the damage that it does. It's just so strong. But yeah, we have to be careful about the 90s, and especially the deity rounds. Those are the ones that are most concerning to me. And then round 100, and I say this, and wait a minute, we seem to be leaking. Okay, let's just kind of chill with this thing. Maybe do we have to do some target point micro, because if we move it towards the back, then it's not gonna have to travel all the way around the map, and then because it's gonna travel shorter intervals, it's gonna have more time to do the damage, if it makes sense. But yeah, that's gonna be around 90, so only a few rounds left. I'm saving this money on purpose. I feel like we're gonna use it up on just T-Rex abilities, honestly, but let's see how it does versus a couple of these guys are super fast. It's gonna need a bunch of stunts for 95, I think. Okay, so a lot of small ceramics, and this is one of the weaknesses of the bird, so I'm gonna use the T-Rex ability. I thought I moved it here. What did I move? Did I move the target spawn point? No, I didn't. And let me try some micro with this thing, actually. Let's just have it like this, and then because, yes. Oh, no, go back. No, move it back. What did you do? Oh no, I thought I was being clever by doing that. No. Okay, so let's just get another T-Rex. I thought I was being clever by doing that. Oh no. So here's what I thought was happening. I thought that because the distance that this bird is gonna have to travel, it's because it's such a short distance that it's gonna be doing damage more often, and that means that these ceramics are just gonna be popping more often. But even though that's true, it also brings back BFBs and brings them in front of the track. That's not good. But that's fine because another T-Rex is gonna do. I was gonna buy this thing anyways, but I feel like I hope I just don't have to buy 3 of them. 93 is incoming. So this is gonna be the first real DDT test. I'm actually gonna move the dinosaur like this towards the back so that we cover more of this area. Let's just see. Oh, look at that. It's only like 5 DDTs, and these guys are leaking. It cannot handle 5 DDTs, it seemes like. Yeah, 95 is going to be a big issue, isn't it? And 94 is being entirely kept in one single place, and I mean, before you can say anything, just round just evaporates. So yeah, it's absolutely just going to be DDTs is a problem for this one. And I feel like this right here is going to be probably the most difficult round out of this entire run. So I'm going to try with the setup that we currently have. I'm going to wait a little bit. Let me just position my dinosaurs like this and then have the second one like this so that we can cover the top and the bottom portion. We have to give time for these DDTs to come out, but then at the same time you don't want to use it too late, so let's do it like that, and then let's be ready with the other one. That's a long stun, by the way. So it's pulling. We just need to find the patience for this one. So let's pull those guys. I see one more incoming. I'm gonna use the ability. Oh no, what's happening? I'm gonna use the ability now. I think I clicked the wrong button. And now a bunch of ceramics towards the back, and yes, there we go. Very good. So it seems like 2 of them were enough. And I think that the placement that we just kind of covered the top and the bottom half, that was very good. So let's just move this dinosaur back. I want to have him like this. And I'm not exactly banking on these T-Rexes doing any damage. I just want to have them placed around because the ability is centered around them. So I just want to have them towards the middle of the track so we can stun more balloons at the same time. And let's just see how we do with this one. Am I using the stun, by the way? Let me use actually this guy's stun. Let's do it like this. And then let's use this guy at the top, this guy's stun, so that we can keep the ZOMGs in place for a second. We can deal with the small Moabs and the, there we go. As soon as you deal with the small balloons, these ZOMGs are just gonna look at what's happening. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It pops like 5 ZOMGs in 10 seconds or something like that. It's just ridiculous. And 97 is incoming. And yeah, let's see what we do with this one. I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did for 95. Actually, not exactly the same. I'm gonna have the dinosaur like this. And then I'm going to be ready with this guy's ability. So let's see what the bird... Is the bird actually keeping everyone in place? I don't see anything making it next to the dinosaur so they can even start attacking. There we go, one of them made it. And now that you've made it next to the dinosaur, let's stun you guys so that the bird can pick you up and basically put you back. And I feel like this bird just entirely beat round 98 by itself, right? I mean, I don't want to say that preemptively actually, so let's just kind of chill for a second, but... If its spears doesn't get too overloaded, I feel like it's just gonna beat it by itself, right? Yeah, we're gonna get this ability back. Yeah, we're gonna get this one back, but is it even necessary? Oh my god, it actually beat around 98 with the help of one single stun ability. That's insane. This bird is something else, isn't it? Okay, 99. We're gonna stun these guys. We're gonna stun the DDTs for 99, and then I think I want to save at least one of these abilities for round 100. I feel like. Do we want to do that? No, actually, maybe not. Is it going to be necessary to use the second one? No. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, this thing is just going to handle everything. Yeah, the Pouakai is way too good, but we have a little bit of an issue. And the issue is that I don't think the Pouakai does enough damage versus the Bad Balloon, honestly. So here's what I want to do. Let me move the dinosaur like this. And then I guess I'm just gonna use the stun ability. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It does a little bit, but we need every single little bit of damage that it does. And then I'm also going to try and move this dinosaur as well, then move this one, because this one is merged with another one, so we can kind of move things into each other's range. Where do you want to go with this one, actually? Let's have this dinosaur like this. And now, I know that we have both abilities, but we have to save them, because this thing is going to, it's going to summon DDT, so we need to stun them so they don't leak. But are we going to be able to pop this thing, actually? So where's the other dinosaur? Let me find, oh, what am I missing? Yeah, here it goes. So let's have the other one like this. And this is basically the last stretch. Let's stun them. There we go. Very good. Now let's move this other dinosaur like this. So this was the guy's stun ability that got used. But if I use the stun, are those guys? Yep, they absolutely got affected. And you guys know what's happening to these ZOMGs. Yeah, they just get destroyed. And that was actually... We did it, and that was actually such a ridiculous run. Now that I kind of look back at this thing, because this bird is just ridiculously strong. It just needs a little bit of stun. and then it just carries everything by itself, and it's not like it was close. Like, it's, as long as you have some, you know, a little bit of stumbles, a little bit of support, this thing seems to be whacking these balloons by itself. And that was a really fun run. I didn't expect that this would go this smoothly, but it did, and I'm glad that I did this thing. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.